I saved your life.
What life?
Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2 delivered a gut-wrenching adaptation of the game's most controversial story, while introducing a massive battle sequence unique to the HBO series. The second part of the video game, on which this season is based, revolves around the aftermath of a pivotal death, and series creator Craig Mazin has consistently emphasized that Season 2 would stay faithful to the source material, just as the first season did. As a result, Joel's brutal death at the hands of Abby, witnessed by a heartbroken and horrified Ellie, was a devastating yet expected moment. The question was never if, but when.
I'm gonna kill you!
With Sunday night's episode, that question was answered. Joel is dead and Ellie has vowed vengeance, setting the stage for the rest of the season. Episode 2 firmly establishes that this season belongs to Ellie's journey. The episode picks up right after the events of Episode 1, with the fallout from Dina and Ellie's kiss still lingering in the minds of some Jackson residents. However, these personal matters are quickly overshadowed as a massive storm approaches Jackson, leaving Ellie, Jesse, Joel, and Dina stranded outside the safety of the community's walls while Abby's group lurks in the nearby mountains. By the episode's end, Joel is dead, and Jackson lies in ruins following a devastating attack by a horde of infected, fundamentally altering the series' trajectory. But what motivated Abby to kill Joel, even after he saved her? The question of why Abby killed Joel is central to understanding the emotional weight of Episode 2.
We kill him slowly.
We know Abby made her thirst for revenge abundantly clear in the season's opening episodes.
That was my dad.
After Joel killed her father and the Fireflies in Salt Lake City, she became consumed with making him pay, biding her time for 5 years to exact her vengeance. During this period, Abby and her friends forged new alliances and joined the enigmatic Washington Liberation Front. While Abby's group had the chance to kill Dina, or Ellie, actions that would have hurt Joel even more, her focus remained solely on Joel to avenge her father. By the episode's close, Dina and Ellie are left alive, grappling with the tragedy that unfolded in the mountains above Jackson. Modern storytelling no longer demands that characters be traditionally likable as long as their motivations are clear. Abby's horrific act of killing Joel, especially after he saved her life, initially seems indefensible. However, glimpses of her tragic backstory in this episode and the previous one reveal her deep loss. Abby's father, her guiding light, was taken from her in what she perceives as a senseless act of violence. In truth, Joel could have incapacitated the doctor non-lethally to save Ellie. Whether Abby knew her father was about to sacrifice Ellie for a potential cure, or if she dismisses the story of Joel rescuing a girl, is secondary. At its core, this is a story of PTSD. History, including the COVID-19 pandemic, shows that mass trauma leaves no one untouched. The splintering of people into hostile factions, despite the logic of unity, drives The Last of Us as both a game and a series, elevating it to the realm of classical epics. Looking ahead, it will be fascinating to see how audiences respond to Ellie's choices, as the TV format differs significantly from the immersive connection players feel with a game character. This shift may reshape perceptions of Ellie and Abby, challenging traditional notions of heroes and villains through their trauma and rage. Now, how does Joel's death scene in Season 2 compare to the game? A major point of speculation for The Last of Us Season 2 was how closely Joel's death would mirror the game, especially with talk of a rearranged timeline. Some fans theorized that Pedro Pascal's character might survive until later in the season or even into a potential third season. Episode 2 dispels those theories definitively. Joel is dead and the scene hews remarkably close to the game. One notable difference lies in Joel's companions at the time of his death. In the game, Joel is on patrol with Tommy when they rescue Abby, whereas in the series, he is with Dina. Beyond this change, the death scene remains strikingly faithful, from the dialogue between Caitlin Dever's Abby and Bella Ramsey's Ellie to the weapon Abby uses to torture Joel. Despite the significant addition of the Jackson attack, the fidelity to Joel's death suggests that the rest of Season 2 will largely adhere to the game's narrative. So, what does Joel's death mean for Ellie's future? We all agree that the impact of witnessing Joel's brutal death will profoundly shape Ellie's path forward. Despite her recent anger toward Joel, her love for him shines through in her anguished screams for him to get up and her desperate act of lying across his lifeless body. Joel's death severs Ellie's primary tie to Jackson's community. While she has built relationships with Jesse, Dina, Tommy, and Maria, this loss is likely to destabilize her emotionally, potentially causing her to push away those she needs most. Alright, so, where are Abby and her group headed after killing Joel? Following the Firefly massacre in Salt Lake City, Abby and her friends faced an uncertain future. Though Abby wanted to pursue Joel immediately, Owen urged her to wait, allowing them time to regroup. If the series continues to follow the game's trajectory, it will soon reveal that Abby and her companions traveled to Seattle. There they joined the Washington Liberation Front, honed their skills, and planned their journey to Jackson 5 years later to kill Joel. In the game, after Joel's death, Abby and her group return to Seattle, where the WLF is embroiled in a brutal conflict with the Seraphites, a religious cult controlling parts of the city. The series seems poised to explore this next chapter, setting the stage for further confrontations. So, will Ellie pursue Abby? The Last of Us Part 2 is deeply rooted in themes of cyclical violence and revenge, and Ellie's pursuit of Abby is a key component of that narrative. The third episode preview offers a glimpse of Ellie training intercut with WLF members, strongly suggesting that Ellie will indeed head west to confront Abby. However, the timing and participants of this journey remain uncertain. In the game, Tommy is the first to chase after Abby, driven by his own need for vengeance, leaving Jackson alone. Whether Tommy follows this path in the series and how or when he might reach Seattle is still unclear, adding an element of suspense to Ellie's quest. Finally, what's next for Jackson? After the infected attack, well, the attack on Jackson wasn't just about losing Joel. It claimed numerous lives and destroyed critical infrastructure, forcing the community to prioritize rebuilding. As leaders, Tommy and Maria will face a difficult balance between their personal desires for revenge and their responsibility to Jackson's recovery. Despite the devastation, Jackson's robust systems and defenses mitigated the worst of the attack. While the community will need time to heal, its resilience suggests it will emerge stronger, setting the stage for its future in The Last of Us. That's a wrap for now. Please share all your thoughts in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, give this video a thumbs up. I'll catch you in the next one.